everybody, and welcome to yet again another episode of the That's Entertainment podcast. How you doing today, man?
Ash says hello.
Ash says hello. For those who don't know, Ash, Sandman's kitty cat,
Troublemaker.
troublemaker. He yells at her constantly.
Constantly.
Let's just say constantly. But happy December to you all. Hopefully everything's going well.
Happy holidays to everyone.
End of the 2021 year as we know it, which
Hallelujah.
I don't know about you, but I feel like this year seemed very, very stretched out long.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
I can't believe it's December, but at the same time I'm like, certain things that I did this year, like in the beginning of the year, feel like forever ago.
Yes.
I don't know how that's possible, but
I'm assuming COVID is a part of it. Still coming off the end of that may have helped, made it seem longer.
yeah. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are still doing sort of the same thing as
They did
2020.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, which is tough to, when you're doing other things and doing a lot of things you love, makes time go by quicker. So most people are still sitting in home and trying to figure that out. So, but
Yeah, I'm in a podcast.
and hello to
And-
Candy.
Hi, Candy.
So as we wrap up the year, we wanted to go over a few things, movie-wise, of course, with the holidays. Some anticipated games that are going to be coming out. I have a bunch that I've pulled up, as well as a long list. If there's any that you're thinking about as well, Sandman, feel free to bring those in. But I have a good size list, not too many, but a good size list for conversation. And then, of course, we also wanted to talk about some podcast stuff coming up for next podcast, as well as talk about a lot of people that we've lost in 2022.
21.
Or 2021. So
He's already counting the
we'll be
people we
discussing
lost
that.
next year.
Well, we technically have lost them. They're not going to be around in 2022.
True.
So I'm not entirely wrong with that statement.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I
You're
mean,
wrong. Don't even try. You're wrong.
this is why we do a recorded show, and it's too late to go back now. We're already over 2.5 minutes in. It's too late.
Hey,
Too late. So
he's gonna use a sound effect to block that out.
yeah, a little swear montage thing, a little blurb. So games that are going to be coming out in 2022. There's See, I said it right. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna mess up. A bunch are coming out in 2022. I'll kind of hit some by month, and then some overall ones as well. But coming out very soon it's going to be for the PC. It's already been released, but God of War, the new God of War, hasn't been released on PC yet. It was PlayStation exclusive, so
Yeah, I'd look forward to that. I
it'll
like the
be-
God of War series.
it'll be coming out on PC, which I think is great. And it's one of the few exclusives still out there. That being Last of Us, God of War, things like that. The Elder Scrolls series is becoming somewhat of an exclusive.
It's Xbox, right?
Well, when Microsoft bought Bethesda, they're actually going to be not releasing it on PlayStation. So
Yeah.
it'll be Xbox and PC. So, but we also have a couple more games in January. We won't talk about all of them, but Rainbow Six Extraction
Mm-hmm.
coming out. So that's going
Never
to
the
be near
biggest
the end.
fan of those.
A lot of people have a tough time liking them because of the control layout.
That's exactly what it is.
When you're on the
Control layout.
controller, of course. But
Yeah, I never played it on PC, so I don't know.
neither have I. So I'd like to play it. A lot of the, I guess you could call it offline stuff, is
Campaign?
well, it's not campaign. It's not like online multiplayer, but it's mostly like co-op kind of stuff where it's like the terrorist hunt missions, things like that. Those are fun to me in the game. Not that the other stuff isn't. Like when they released Rainbow Six Siege, and they had there's terrorists inside a house, they have time to set up traps and things like that and protect the hostage they have, and then there's the other team outside extracting the house and going and storming it and stuff like that. That's a fun style. But
Okay.
yeah, not a bad style game, but of course controller it's going to be a little bit tougher for that. But also we have Pokemon Legends Arceus on Switch, and the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which is coming out roughly in January. So that's another one that's coming out soon.
Mm.
We also have a bunch in February. Life is Strange Remastered Collection. So I've seen people play Life is Strange.
I've seen it. Yeah, it looks
not,
interesting.
It's an interesting style game. It's all based on decision making, and like basically it will change the. There's so many different endings based on your decisions and things like that. I mean, I like it, but
Dying Light 2, Stay Human.
What's that?
What is a DLC?
What are you talking about? Which one?
Dying Light 2, Stay Human.
Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Yeah. It's essentially like an add-on, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, Dying Light 2. A lot of people are very, happy with Dying Light, the series. It has to be one of those ones that are co-ops and things like that. I know a friend of myself and the podcast, and you're saying, Ali Chaos plays a lot of the Dying Light 1, has played a lot of Dying Light 1, so yeah, I think that's definitely one to keep an eye out for and see how the add-ons are going to change it, make it grow, etc., etc. One that I thought was interesting, and I might give it a try depending on reviews and whatnot, but there is going to be a up-and-coming psychological horror game called Martha is Dead. So it's going to be from Wired Productions, and it goes, it's like a scary gaming adventure. It's not really cheap jump scares. It's going to explore the horrors of World War II in Italy, but that's not really the meat of the story. It's going to be, if I could equate it to something, it's going to be similar to, I would say, The Beast Inside, if you saw me play that, or if you've played it, which is more of like a really good, spooky storyline kind of psychological game. So,
watched you play it, never played it myself.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it will be a decent game. I'm going to wait for some reviews before I would even attempt at purchasing it. But those kind of games are always fun, especially with updated graphics and things like that. So that will be an interesting one to keep an eye out for. Another one that kind of was interesting that I saw as well, Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to be an upcoming RPG developed by From Software and Namco Entertainment. So, as far as we know, it's similar in style to the Dark Souls types of games.
I like the Dark Souls series. So
it's not in any way like a sequel, prequel, spin-off. It's a similar extension of like Dark Souls. So similar worlds, ideas, gameplay, things like that. So for those that like the Dark Souls series, I think that'd be interesting. Writers actually for Elden Ring, the great George R.R. Martin. In case you didn't know.
Nope, did not know.
And of course, Namco is a big name as well. So that actually will have some updates to it because it was released at the end of just about a couple weeks ago. But it will be pushed out to the rest of the systems and PCs and things like that, but also some updates and stuff. So that will definitely be a good one to keep an eye out as well for. Now, that would be it through about February. There's a bunch of like add-ons and updates that are coming in March. Gran Turismo 7, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Nothing too.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
You want to talk about that?
No idea I didn't even know that was coming out.
You can take that one. Go ahead.
Dude, the Borderlands games were phenomenal, and I don't know anything about this, but you know what? Tiny Tina is hysterical in those games.
Look it up right
So
now. I'll give you
I
a minute to look it up, and you can talk about it.
I got they don't have much up about it.
Okay, well then there you go.
Num
I've never played all the way through the Borderlands,
Oh
so
man, you're missing out. They're great games.
yeah,
Oh yeah, basic shooter looter game. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm gonna assume that's the same.
I don't know. I'm much more of a there's nostalgia factor to my stuff that I play, and then the story.
Oh, the story in those games are awesome as well.
I've played beginning of Borderlands 1 and 2, and I never was able to get like in it enough to
More fun if
be
you play
excited
with
about it.
other people.
I have done that too. I don't get enough out of the game. I don't know what it is. Maybe
You just
because it's just there's not like I don't know. I just don't get enough out of it. I just don't get enough. Um, One that's interesting and kind of going to be big for those people that loved this series, Saints Row. If you remember the Saints Row.
Yes, I remember it.
So, they have a confirmed release date of February 25th, 2022. And it's actually a reboot of Saint Row.
Yeah,
It's not going to
I'm not
be.
sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, supposedly they're going to be taking, a more balance to its theme and its overall tone.
Yeah,
Saints Row 4 was praised for more being goofy, all those superpowers,
yeah.
things like
Still fun
that.
to play though,
Oh, 100% fun to play. 100% fun to play.
especially
But
wielding that big ass purple dildo to beat people with.
but I think this will be interesting. It seems like it's going to be, I mean, I don't really know cuz there wasn't too much on the content, but
Just the trailer. That's all I know of.
they're probably going to take a step back from that type of craziness of superpowers, but I bet it'll be a little more out there than the GTA. Because back in like the GTA 3, 4, like Saints Row was competing against that,
Eating with them, yes. No, I think they want to break from that shadow and try to do their own thing, is what I'm assuming.
especially with GTA 6 being rumored to be the last GTA game.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It could just be another stunt pulled, but think about how much money and time that Rockstar puts into GTA. It's a
Well,
lot of time and energy they put into those games.
true, but they put in way too much into GTA 5 online.
Oh
Way
yeah,
too much. Way too much. I mean, they're coming out with another one soon, another update for that game,
I mean,
a
personally,
contract or something.
I like GTA 4's storyline. I like
I
that
like
storyline a lot better.
I liked Vice City the best.
Yeah, that
That
was new.
storyline was probably my favorite, but it also similar to, Scarface, so
Well,
kind of liked it
that's why
that
you
way.
like it.
Yeah, that was the reason I liked it.
Yeah.
That storyline was awesome.
So, but Saints Row again, going to be coming out in February of 2022. So, um, now one that I am going to be super excited about, but have to wait until November, unless they change their mind. But Starfield, which is by the creator of Bethesda. What?
Change their mind. The only way they will change their mind is if they push it
That's
farther
what I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah,
Starfield.
yeah.
So
I've watched the trailer. It looks pretty decent.
yeah. Of course, it's made by Bethesda, which we still have to do our Bethesda "How Did You Screw Us All" stream
Yes.
slash
And how are you gonna
podcast.
screw us again? Stream.
Well, exactly, but um, concept sounds amazing.
Yes, but
Set in the
it's Bethesda,
2300s. I know,
so
but
it means
um,
it's gonna be buggy as fuck.
most likely. That's why I'm gonna wait
Yeah, I'm gonna wait as
a
well.
couple weeks
Oh, I'm
to
gonna
see
wait
if
a
there's
couple
any.
months.
Well, you wait a couple weeks to see if there's bugs. If there's no bugs, then you can buy the game.
No, there's gonna be bugs. And
Okay,
no,
then you
there is
wait.
no game that comes out that doesn't have some kind of bugs. It depends on how many bugs this
I don't
game is going
agree
to
with you
have.
on that at all.
Name one game that came out with that did not have one bug in it.
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 had bugs in it. You did may not experienced it, but other people have. Every game since God
What
knows how long,
what
has
bugs did
bugs in
this
it.
Witcher 3 have though?
I forget what it was because I never actually played it. But I've read stories about how people were doing weird ass shit with the bugs in the system.
Not mods
No, not mods, bugs.
when it first came out.
When it first came out, and then like a week later, Bethesda put an update and
Well, it's not
done. Or
Bethesda.
whoever did it. I forget who was
But
it.
that's, you know what, that's a lot better
Yes.
than most people, because that's
Yeah.
also Witcher 3, the people that made Witcher 3, that's the only game they focused on and made.
Yes.
And when you
I mean, hell,
put
even
every
Zelda has bugs in it every now and then.
Yeah, but like nobody really cares about those ones.
Here's- no one cares.
But
That's just wrong. All those Zelda fans that are listening to this podcast just cried a little.
no, because in all honesty, like what was a tragically terrible like bug that affected
Oh,
Zelda so bad that you would not play it?
I'm not saying they had those type of bugs. I'm just saying they have bugs in the game that you cannot put a game out without some kind of a bug going with it.
Well, it's the universe, right? You move something
Yeah,
over here, something changes over here.
exactly. You write this code, that code breaks. It happens.
Sure.
There's nothing you can do. I'm just saying, how bad is the bugs going to be in this game? Because Bethesda's known for fucking up their shit.
See, when I think of bugs though, I think of bugs that are like don't allow you to
Play the game.
play the game effectively, a quest,
Mm-hmm.
items, people, interactions, things like that. A bug like, we'll talk about Bethesda since you brought them up, and we're talking about Starfield. When I think of that, there's like in Elder Scrolls 4, there was a bug slash glitch where it was called the paintbrush glitch, and you could basically when you picked up paintbrushes and you put them on like moved over to a wall and you released, it would like stay there as like a hook. So you could basically like hook things onto walls by using paintbrushes. And like you could make ladders with paintbrushes and all this stuff, but it was only with paintbrushes, and no one like don't know why it was happening. They never fixed it, and
That sounds more like a Bethesda screwing with you.
it sounds like if Bethesda wants to make a good game, they would fix glitches like that, because that could make
Yeah,
it.
well,
You could just climb wherever you want and stuff like that.
we'll
So,
look
but
up Fallout 4.
that kind of um, bug, I'm okay with, because it
Yes,
doesn't impede or impact like any sort of like major function of the game or crash the game.
exactly. And that, like I said, no game today can come out without a bug of some kind like that.
Right.
Most games are, a little bug like that. No one really pays any attention. They play the game, no big deal. They don't even know about it because they never tried.
But I'm excited for Starfield because of the exploration. I think it's going to be
Should be
amazing.
good.
Um,
I think it's Bethesda's answer to the Outer Worlds.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I think you're going to see Obsidian and Bethesda duke it out, and
Yeah,
I think
majorly.
um, Obsidian is going to do better. I think
Oh God, yeah.
focusing on 1 to 2 games versus Bethesda that's on
Uh,
like 5,
yeah.
and they don't listen to their people. They're very well, I don't think,
To
as they
be
should.
announced is like forever.
What's
The
that?
list, the to be announced list is like pages.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. To be determined. Now, two and one of them. Actually, I think both of these next ones I want to talk about are like to be announced, to determine, things like that. But Hogwarts Legacy,
Yes.
that is going to be. I'm going to be so. That's one of the games there. I'm going to have to buy it up front. Screw the
I'll wait.
bugs.
You let me know.
I'm just to be a wizard in like an RPG style world. It's so, and I'm just like a big fan of Harry Potter and Hogwarts and things like that. It's going to be crazy, amazing. Um, this might even be delayed till 2023 at this point.
Probably.
And you know what? I'd be fine with that. Don't mess the game up. Don't mess it up. I want everything to work properly. Make it a gigantic game and do it right. So we will see. But you know, if we have to wait till September, October, that's fine. If we have to wait till 2023, but I'm very excited about this. And I think they originally said it was going to be just PS5, and now it's going to be like everything. PC, Xbox, stuff like that.
PS5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC is what this says.
Yep. So,
Definitely excited. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I just, like you said, don't fuck it up. Please, for the love of God, don't fuck it up.
well, the problem about this kind of game and this style of game is that, first of all, I'm going to double check, but I don't think EA is the creator of it, which is good because we'll get to my reasoning of why in a moment. Avalanche. Okay,
Avalanche.
But the reason why, because when you look at the Harry Potter games that have been created, majority of them being EA, if not all, they've never once had a game that's been above 75 as the Metascore for a Harry Potter game.
What about the Lego Harry Potter games?
Those were up there, but I don't think they had a good enough Metascore.
I like those. They were fun.
I will double check right now. But yeah, they had 73%, 73, 74, 75. Like, there's never been an amazing Harry Potter game. They've messed it up every time with either graphics, controls, abilities, not open world enough, too
What I like
linear.
about this one is that it's not set in the Harry Potter timeline. It's decades before.
Yeah, and I mean, I like that too
Yeah.
because it gives you the ability to really not have to like think about that storyline and be a part of it. You or
Right.
affect it at all. They can just kind
Yeah.
of do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You
They
can
can
do
create
whatever you want in the game. Yeah.
and it's 1800s, so you can like create any storyline you want, not even affecting
The outcome
uh,
of Harry Potter.
but not only that, but like the Fantastic Beasts storyline either.
Right. Yeah. Can't even
Which
fuck that.
again, we'll talk about that at some point too, hopefully, because um, that's coming soon as well. Can't wait for that.
What, the movie?
Yeah. What?
I wasn't a fan.
You weren't a fan of the other two?
The Fantastic Beast. Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Why not?
Uh, we'll get into it later.
Okay. You seem a little like peeved about it.
I was peeved about it,
All
but
right.
we'll talk about it later.
All right.
This is video game point. Let's
Okay.
stay on topic.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready. But Hogwarts Legacy, highly anticipated. And one more that I wanted to touch on, and then I'll read off a few more that are more well known. But one more I wanted to touch on that was kind of interesting, and we'll have to see how it goes. I'll probably get it after the initial release. But Lord of the Rings Gollum. Don't know if you heard about that.
No, I didn't.
So it's a action adventure game where you are playing as Gollum, essentially before the events of Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
I would
And
hope
it's
they
going
would
to
put it in
be
that time frame.
what's that?
I would hope they put it in that time frame.
And it's going to be from the original things that I read about it, because there's still not a lot about it that's out, other than it's delayed till 2022. Is that it's going to be very much like I'll kind of relate it to if you've played or seen Dishonored, the Dishonored series. Very like
Seen.
very sneaky action adventure, sort of, or like the Thief series. Very much like that. So that's going to be kind of cool to me. I don't know ability wise and like how they'd structure that for Gollum, because he's, doesn't have magic or other shit. So I don't know how much more they're going to be able to give him to do, but that kind of game interests me. I don't know. It's something different that I don't think's been done. So it'd be cool to see that, I guess. But
So if you read the books or seen the movies, you know his fate.
yeah, but this is way before.
know what's going to happen eventually.
I guess. Um, Other ones that I didn't really have too much love for to review, but um, Destiny 2 Lightfall. Um, there is, EA Sports games, of course, but who cares about those?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
They're the same thing, just updated
Over and over
characters.
again. Yeah, not characters. They are
Whatever,
real people.
same thing. Yeah, there's not much really else. There's some Switch games,
Gotham Knights.
Lego Gotham Knights. I guess we could talk about that. There's Mario, Marvel. Um,
The Evil Dead, the game.
so not too much else, at least at this time. But we'll touch on stuff as things and information comes out more and more.
Yes, of course,
um,
always.
every month. But those are the kind of highly anticipated ones that I wanted to talk about, and I thought that would be interesting ones to discuss. So those upcoming games. I guess we could also talk about Redfall as well.
Redfall. I've heard of that, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, Redfall, action adventure game by Arcane Studios.
That's it. Yeah,
and of course, your favorite company, Bethesda, is.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Bethesda's just fucking everywhere now.
They are everywhere. They're the publisher. They're not the developer.
Yeah, well, Bethesda. When they published, it's fun. Like Doom Eternal, phenomenal game. It's an ID Software game, but Bethesda produced it.
Well, this is a vampire game though, so this should be right up your alley.
Well, I do like the Masquerade game. That's supposed to be coming out with something.
Yeah.
Which you won't buy. Well, you don't even have to buy it. It's a free game. You won't download it.
Why won't I download it?
I don't know, because you won't. You're a wimp.
Which one are we talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
The vampire game that I've been trying to get you to play.
Oh, well, that one, because maybe I'll give it a shot.
Mm.
But it's just, I have not heard enough people playing it for it to be a big enough game, in my opinion.
It's fun, though. I mean, it's fun to just go and kill and be killed.
Okay. We'll see.
We shall.
All right. We want to move into our Christmas movie discussions.
Sure.
Okay.
What I'm here for.
Go ahead. You can start then.
I got my top Christmas movies that you must watch this year.
Okay. Let's hear the SandmanSlim list.
Number one is definitely Die Hard.
Number one on the list?
Number one on the list is Die Hard.
Come on.
It's a Christmas movie. Shut up.
I'm not saying it's not, but number one?
Well, no, it's just the first one I have written down.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Die Hard, definitely, holiday movie. It's a great movie. Bruce Willis is phenomenal in it, so it's definitely worth to watch. Of course, we also have The Ref. It's one of my favorite holiday movies. It is absolutely
never seen
hysterical. It is Dennis Leary, the comedian / actor who was on Rescue Me.
Okay.
Fuck, what the hell was that guy's name?
I don't know.
He's hysterical. What the fuck is Kevin Spacey?
Oh, okay.
Always forget his name for some reason. I don't know why. Kevin Spacey, Judy Davis, bunch of great actors in it. The premise of this is Dennis Leary is a jewel thief who's trying to escape a town and kidnaps Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis's characters hostage to try to escape. And all the shit that goes down inside that household, it's hysterical. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Definitely worth watch.
Well, it doesn't sound very Christmassy, but...
Oh, no, the whole thing is around Christmas. Kind of like Die Hard. The whole movie's set during Christmas time, and trust me, there's plenty of Christmas trees, Santa Claus is in it. Come on.
Well, that's like saying any movie that has like a Christmas tree in it is a Christmas movie.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's basically what you said.
No, I said it has a Christmas tree in it.
Okay, so any movie that has one is a Christmas movie.
No, I didn't say that. I just said this movie has a Christmas tree in it.
Though.
Yeah, well, what you're saying is wrong.
So far, I'm not convinced with your list, but
watch the movie. You'll agree
as
soon as you watch the movie.
Go on.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
All right,
that Christmas movie enough for you?
We're moving in the right direction. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely Chevy Chase's best movie in my opinion.
I love the
rant.
Well, that, but the lighting up of the house of
The lighting up of the
the
house,
billions of lights.
the sled scene is probably one of my favorites as well.
Yeah,
Just laughs after laughs during a great movie. Can't go wrong with watching that.
it's definitely a good one to watch.
Definitely a good one to watch. All right, the next one we got is one of my favorite takes on an older movie. It's 1988's Scrooge with Bill Murray.
Scrooge is definitely a good one. I
Yes.
prefer the, I know Scrooged obviously, but I prefer the original Scrooge.
Yeah, so I like Bill Murray's Scrooge, but I'm a huge fan of Bill Murray,
Sure.
and all the other actors in it were just great. And Bill Murray just brings the character a certain weirdness to it that I thought was always missing.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He does a
Yeah,
good
he
job
is.
in a lot of the films that he's in. So I can't disagree with you there.
No, no, it's Bill Murray. I mean, come on, Ghostbusters for Christ's sakes.
True.
Anyway, we put this one down for Chicken Little for you. Here we go. We got Charlie Brown's Christmas special.
Of course, that is
Oh,
a one that you have to watch.
yes, yes,
Like,
you have to watch it. You have
um,
to watch it. I do not.
you have to watch it because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people watched that as a kid
Yes,
on
definitely
Christmas
did.
time. It was on at like 9 at night or something till like 9:30, and then they might have done
Mhm.
like an extra like half hour of like whatever random
No,
snow
what I
stuff.
remember back when I was a kid, it was Charlie's Brown Christmas special, and then right after that was the Garfield Christmas special. My favorite was Garfield. His
I'm
Christmas
not
special,
surprised.
I love that special.
You
And
would
that's
you would
actually was my next one, was Garfield
yeah.
Christmas special.
Never saw it, but I'm not surprised.
Oh,
His
they don't play
style
it
of
anymore.
because no one likes it probably.
Oh, you people are wrong, man. It was
I'm
great.
just saying that that's what
Garfield.
it should be.
Garfield.
How like
Anyway,
what is the score of this Garfield's Christmas
oh,
special?
I got no clue.
All right, you keep going to the next one, and
All
I
right.
will, since we don't have a
Well,
producer to look it up for us.
I know, right?
Uh,
We need to get a producer.
during the podcast, I will
Yeah.
look it up.
Anyway,
Um,
the next Christmas movie I have, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but it's Gremlins.
it could be critic, concerned one, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a great movie for one thing. I mean, this was also my nickname back when I was a kid for many, many years was Gizmo.
No,
Yes. But anyway, it's just a great movie. Funny, has nice little demon gremlin-like things attacking people, which is hysterical. Of course, I find horror funny, so
of course you do. No,
I'm waiting for the result of your search.
yeah, it's trying to pull it up here. Actually, an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, what up, yo?
So not as bad as I would have thought, but I don't know. I think
It's a great
Garfield has lost
special.
its
I think Garfield itself just lost its fan base.
yes.
That's probably why they don't play it anymore. But still a great special.
It's just amazing though, like, and we'll go back to the list in a minute, but that like Peanuts and like a lot of those like Frosty the Snowman, those like older school like movies, like
Rudolph the
they're
Red-Nosed
still
Reindeer.
played like they're still played around Christmas time. There's like they get enough watch and views where they'll be played again. It's just
Well, the one that they do, well, I don't know what channel it is, but the Christmas Story, 24 hours. Please stop doing that.
that's on
Please,
Christmas.
please stop doing that. Please.
It's
I
one
am
of
so
those
sick
like
of, no, I am so sick of
it's
that
like
movie.
Lifetime or something. One of those like
Yeah,
random
I
like
don't.
side like secondary like channels. Like they play it. It's 24 hours on Christmas
Christmas.
Day,
Well,
isn't
no,
it?
it starts on Christmas Eve and ends on Christmas Day,
Well, like midnight.
midnight to midnight, I think.
Yeah.
But not before that. They still play it like 6 or 7 times in a day before that 24-hour thing. It's like, what's the point? Who needs to watch that movie that many damn times?
It's because how highly rated is that? That's what I want to know.
That's probably like in the nines, would be my guess.
So did enough people like that where they think that like
I
people
think
will
it's more
get together?
nostalgia.
But do people like enough people watch it on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, like actually watch it, or is enough
I
people
think
like, or is it just on in the background?
I'm thinking it's more it's on in the background while you're doing your opening of your presents or making your fucking dinner for the night.
Sure.
That would be my guess because if anyone in my household puts that on, I'm out the door.
Yeah,
I am sick of that movie.
I'm trying to see what it's rated right now, but
Why it's not on my list.
yeah, I agree with you. It's like, oh, shoot your eye out and blah blah blah, but like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's you either like it or you don't. There's no in between.
I liked it when I was a kid. Can't stand it now.
It's not even on the list that I'm looking at, that I made up. Um, Christmas Story.
Well, anyway, I'll get back to the list while you do that.
Yep,
Nightmare Before Christmas,
of course.
of course.
I,
It's a
I wouldn't
great movie.
disagree with you there. It's 7.9, by the way.
Is
So
it
it's,
only 7.9?
so it's not even
Garfield
that
was
good.
better.
Garfield beat out
Garfield was
Christmas
better.
Story. I have to agree though. It's very like, I don't know. I mean,
Maybe it's declining over the years.
maybe.
But yeah, no, Nightmare Before Christmas, definitely a good movie to watch. I
Yeah,
mean, it's got Halloween, it's got Christmas. How can you go wrong?
yeah. Another one
I
that a
mean,
lot of
Tim
people are kind
Burton
of
is
in between
phenomenal.
about though.
That's true. A lot of people like it. A lot of people hate it, and I don't know why they hate it.
Well, then there's the controversy which we talked about
Whether it's a Halloween
podcasts ago. Halloween,
or is it a
Christmas.
Christmas movie? You
But
can watch. He did it so you could watch it on both holidays. So shut
he
up,
did it
stop
so
arguing, enjoy the
he might
fucking
have
movie.
he might have started the whole let's
Let's
start having
debate about
Chris.
it.
Well, no. He might have
Oh.
started. He might have put that movie out so that everybody now said, okay, it's October 30th. Let's start putting all this Christmas stuff out in stores. He
Oh,
might
well,
have done
then we
it
need to lynch
because,
his ass.
well, yeah, he might have done that because of that.
Yeah, well, we need to lynch his ass then.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
No, Christmas is not supposed to start until December 1st.
no, day after Thanksgiving.
December 1st.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Anyway, I had to put this one on here. As we all know, what is Candy's favorite thing of all time?
Christmas.
No. What cartoon
Disney.
character?
Mickey
There you
Mouse.
go.
I know.
Mickey Mouse. Mickey's Christmas Carol.
See, I like when they do those. That's like the spoof on the Scrooge, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
Muppets,
did.
like do a good job. Like any of them that like,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
when they do that. And even like Scrooge McDuck, they did.
Yes,
Uh,
he was Scrooge.
yeah,
They did a whole movie with him with Scrooge.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean Mickey's Christmas Carol is like 3 or 4 different stories in one movie.
yeah. But that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Get a couple of the stories and they're short and animated and it's Mickey Mouse. Most
Sure.
kids love it. It's definitely great for kids.
Yeah.
But now this one that I'm about to say just came out this year. Just watched it not long ago. Phenomenal, phenomenal movie. 8-Bit Christmas. It is on HBO Max right now. Neil Patrick Harris is basically describing to his kid back in the late 1980s everything he did during the Christmas season to get himself a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hmm.
It's it's funny. It's a good story. It's heartwarming, and the end will surprise you. So I suggest you watch it if you can. If you have HBO Max, definitely watch it. If not, buy it or wait for it to come out. I don't know how else you're gonna watch it, but
And this
it is
came
a
out
great
recently.
movie. Yeah, it just came out, and it was right after Thanksgiving. It came out.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, he
He's
did
a
a good,
phenomenal. Yeah, he's a great actor.
especially in like the most recent years too. He's really
Yeah.
like I don't know if you watch any of the series of unfortunate
Oh
events
God, he's
on
phenomenal in that.
Netflix. He did a
Yes,
great job on that.
yes, he
Great
did. I
job.
think he was better than Jim Carrey. No offense to Jim Carrey, he's a great actor too, but I just like Neil Patrick Harris's version better.
Yeah, I would agree if it's better, but we didn't see enough of Jim Carrey's to know.
True. I mean, it was only a movie, so you only got to see just that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, Neil Patrick Harris got a whole series to do it, so
Sure. But I'd agree with you. I think good actor. Good actor.
yes, definitely. And
Um,
he's good in this, and he has that voice, that heartwarming voice while he's telling the story to his kid
mhm.
as the action is playing out. It works really well. It's
Nice.
actually good. It's going to be a classic movie. I can pretty much guarantee it.
And this came out last year.
This year,
Oh, it did.
just came out. Yes,
Oh,
just came out.
okay.
HBO Max. Yeah. Yeah, I was flipping through HBO Max and I saw that. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck is 8-Bit Christmas? I watched the trailer and as soon as I saw Neil Patrick, I'm watching it. And I
There you
did.
go.
And it was very well done. I can't give it enough praise.
Good.
Definitely give it a shot.
Good.
And that's all I got on my list. I mean, there's other Christmas movies, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean,
There's so many to choose from.
oh yeah, I mean, I can add on a few myself.
Go for it.
So Elf.
Yes, I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell. That's the only reason I don't like it.
It's just one of those that I saw it when it came out. I enjoyed it. I like it. I like the storyline. It's funny. It's got those funny moments.
I'm sure
Um,
that I'm just not a fan of Will Ferrell, so
sure,
that's just personal taste. That's all.
that's fair. Home Alone. You could say
True.
one or
Yes,
two. One or two.
we're the new one.
No.
That's on HBO Max too, I think.
Well, that's nice that it's on there, but come on. I mean, you got Joe Pesci
Yes.
playing.
You do know most of the traps that he set for those people would have killed them,
Oh, absolutely. The burning
especially
the
the
head
one with
off.
the electrocution one.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that would have killed him right then. I would have stopped his heart like that.
100%. They've done YouTube stuff of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the flamethrower like
Yeah,
torch to his head.
yeah,
That
that
might
would
have
have.
been in the second one.
Actually, I think it was in both.
I there was a yeah, the second one he did it again, but he
In a
stuck his
different
head
way.
into the toilet and it was
Yeah, and it
uh
blew up.
gasoline in there.
Yeah, and it blew up. Yeah.
That would have
First
killed
one, I
me.
think it was when he opened the door, it just shot on his head, and that was it.
Yeah, and then he went out into the snow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely a good one.
My favorite part of that movie though is when he ices the entire driveway and steps and everything, and he just keeps sliding down, trying to climb up. That's hysterical.
Like you wouldn't like I don't know, like after the first time you wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm going
Yeah,
to
this
like,
this
hold
going a
on
different way.
to the railing this time."
I think he iced the railing too. I don't think he could hold on to the railing.
He did though to get up there.
Hmm, I don't
But
remember that
I don't
part.
know, but hilarious movie.
Yes, it is.
Um Now this one, it's like it's got a rating of like what's I think like 74, but I like it. It's a decent one. I'll watch it when it's on. Disney made it, the Santa Claus with
I
Tim
actually,
Allen.
yeah, yes, I actually do enjoy those.
It's
The
not a bad
first
one.
one was good. The second and third one kind of got weird.
Third one definitely got weird. The second one was okay, but the first one is very
It
good.
was good. Yeah, it's heartwarming.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
Actually, I know a little secret about Santa Claus.
Oh, please.
If you when you're watching it and he gets to the room where he, they for Santa Claus to sleep and all that, if you look at the door, there's four picture frames on the side of those are the older Santa Clauses that passed on and transferred it to
Oh,
someone else.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, watch it closely. You'll see it.
I'll have to look at. So there's pictures of the other Santa Clauses.
There's pictures of the other Santa Clauses that are on the
Really?
wall. Yes.
So there's only been four Santa Clauses.
I don't know if that's the only four. There could be others around the room. I don't know, or throughout the whole, but those four, just to show that this has happened, throughout many years.
Yeah.
So different Santa Clauses after he passes away, he transferred it to someone else. I thought that gave it a nice little background to that story.
I all the times that I've watched it, which is not like a ton, I've never noticed that.
I see. I pick out shit like that.
Sometimes I do, but it's after I've watched it a few times. Which is like when you watch a show like 6, 7 times, there's still things like in some shows that I catch or like laugh at, like things that you don't like
Recognize that first.
recognize at first, or you're just not thinking when you're like watching it, or you're like
You
distracted
got
and you like
distracted,
miss
yeah.
stuff. It's like it's cool. So
Or you're watching it and the wife walks in and starts yelling at you.
that doesn't happen for me yet because
You ain't married
I'm
yet.
not married.
Yeah, I am.
What was I? One that I was thinking about. Now you got me all turned around. We already talked about Charlie Brown.
Yes, we
Um,
did. I had to add that for you. Come on.
well,
I
I
got you.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Scrooge Christmas Carol we talked about. Could talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, classic one. Cartoon, of course.
Everyone's seen that's actually clay animation, I think, isn't
Animation cartoon. Yeah. Came out in '64, and guess that rating, 95%
it?
rating.
Yes, that's got to be up there. It's one of the most recognizable stories of all time for Christmas.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
uh,
But
another Christmas movie I do enjoy watching is White Christmas.
never seen it.
Never seen White Christmas. Oh my God, that's a tragedy, man. You've seen Miracle on 44th Street?
Sure.
At least you've seen that crappy
People
ass
like
movie.
what's the other one I'm thinking of? Um, where he's like at the end of the movie he's like running through the streets. What the hell's the name of it? Escapes me.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life. Sorry, yeah. That's a good one. We didn't talk about that
Every
one.
time a bell rings, an angel gets his
How
wings.
come we didn't talk about
Oh,
that
fuck.
one? How's
Because
that
the
not
movie
on your list?
sucks. It sucks.
It's a beloved movie.
Yeah, it's a beloved to a bunch of. No, I'm not going to say it.
All right. Now, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Which one?
You know, I prefer the Jim Carrey one,
Oh,
but
Jesus
I'll watch
Christ.
other one. What's wrong? You don't like Jim
Oh,
Carrey.
no,
You have a
I
beef with Jim Carrey. You have beef with him. Did he
no,
did
I
he
actually like.
tell you to go
I
F
like.
yourself or something?
Well, probably. He never told me in person. No, I like Jim Carrey. I do. I do. I just think maybe it's nostalgia. I just like the original better.
I
I'm not
agree.
saying the other one's bad or anything. I like the original better.
You know,
I grew up with it. I mean, I grew up with it for how many years before Jim Carrey came out with his?
I watched the original as well before the
Not
other
as
one.
long as I did.
That's fair. Well, you're like 125, so I mean, but no, I like. It's just a good. They did a good job with it. A lot of times when they
They
do that
did.
stuff for like real people things, they mess it up.
They fuck it up.
So
Usually
they
fuck it
did a
up.
good job with it, in my opinion.
Well, it's Jim Carrey. There's not much I don't like of his.
Sure.
I can't wait for the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 to come out. I liked the
um,
first one. I'm sorry. I thought it
I
was a decent movie.
a lot of people hated it.
I know. I liked it. I thought it was good.
One that a Christmas movie that it's not even really a Christmas movie, but people
Oh, yeah,
consider
giving me shit for mine.
it. You should watch. Somehow I feel like you would like it. a
Probably have seen
lot.
it.
What?
I probably have already seen it.
Fat Man. Have you seen it? You
That
gotta.
sounds familiar.
You have to watch the trailer for this after the podcast. You have to watch it and let me know what you think.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, his career has really gone downhill if he's playing this. Don't watch it right now. Wait,
No, I'm just looking at
but
the pictures.
it's
Yeah,
literally
no, never heard of it.
it's like a dark action comedy. It's freaking. I watched the trailer when I was looking around for something to watch one night with some friends, and that popped up, and it was the most like bizarrely like stupid film that I thought would ever happen. But you let me know. One that we didn't talk about, which I'm surprised, Polar Express.
No, I never really watched it.
Polar Express is very well done, very well done.
That's what I hear. I never watched it.
I
I've
mean,
seen bits and pieces of it, but I never saw the whole thing.
I always read the. I mean, I've read the book a long time, but that's
See,
one
that was
that's
after
always
my time.
been. What's that?
That book came out after my time.
Right, but I'm surprised you didn't bring up like Bad Santa or something like that.
Oh,
Not one that
that
I would.
movie's horrible.
Not one. Well, that's why it's not on my list. But I'm just surprised that it's not one that.
No, that movie's horrible.
Yeah.
Definitely does not deserve a list.
No, I would agree with you. But
They bring it up.
I think that's pretty much all
Yeah.
for me as well.
Yeah,
I'm
that's all
trying to
for
double
me.
check here my list, but I think you covered everything for me.
What I do?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can't really think of any more. And people are starting to consider like the original Harry Potter, as
No, I do watch them during the holidays.
the original.
I consider them holiday movies
Yeah.
because they always came out on Christmas.
Hmm.
Their release date was Christmas almost every year.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people are associated with it because that's when they went and saw it. So it's nostalgia for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not a Christmas movie,
Sure.
but it is definitely a good movie to watch during the Christmas seasons,
Right.
holiday season, whatever. Really correct bullshit.
Well, I think that'll wrap up our Christmas discussions, movie-wise at least. But I know we wanted to save the last part of the podcast to review just some names of people that we've lost in 2021.
Yes.
And touch on them, discuss anything that we'd like to discuss. But of course, there's a good remembrance of them, as they do a lot in
and they'll all,
Collages of
even the ones that we did not get to talk about, every single one of them will be sorely missed by at least someone.
absolutely. So go ahead and
Um,
kick us off, man.
the first one is Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Passed away at the beginning of the year in September, I believe, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Sad for me because he's not going to be on the Orville anymore. That just kills me. I loved him on that. He was, I mean, he was just a voice actor, but he was phenomenal.
He did a great job with a lot of stuff. He did
Yeah,
some.
the Saturday Night Live shit itself was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, and just from what I heard, a generally nice guy.
Yeah, yeah, never
And
really.
how old was he when he died?
I don't remember. He wasn't that old. I mean, he was young.
That's what I'm saying. Like gone before his time, basically, is you know, is what I was saying. But yeah, he was born in '59, so he would have been 60
60
something,
some 68.
roughly.
How old he is? 61. He was 61 years old when he passed
Yeah,
away.
very young.
Way too young. Way too young, especially for a legend like that.
Hmm.
Um, we have Michael K. Williams from an actor from The Wire.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
He's in a lot of things. I can't remember what else he was in, but I definitely
um,
remember seeing him and stuff.
he was in Django Unchained.
That's what I remember
He
from.
was in
Yes,
The
quite
Wire,
a few.
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire is what I recognized him into. That was a great show. He was good in that too. So was what's his name? The main actor in it.
Steve Buscemi.
Yes, he's phenomenal.
He directed a couple of the Sopranos
Yes, he did.
episodes before he actually starred in it.
Yep, I know that. I knew that. Even though I was not a Soprano watcher, I knew that. But yeah, Michael K. Williams definitely going to be a very, very missed. Good actor.
Hmm.
Um, Charlie Watts died earlier this year. The Rolling Stones drummer. He was 80, 81, 82. I mean, he lived a nice long life. I
Yep,
mean, he was a Rolling Stone for crying out loud.
sure. He was
You know,
80.
80. That was close.
I didn't say you weren't.
Now this next one is especially tough for me because I actually knew this guy.
Oh, really?
Played volleyball with him.
Really?
Jeff LeBar from Cinderella.
Really?
Yes. I used to play volleyball back when I was a teenager, around 18, 19 years old, in the back of a friend's house in Springfield, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
He was married to Candy's boss at CVS.
Mm.
Yeah. And then he eventually moved out to I forget, Nashville, I think he moved out to. He had his home there. That's where he passed away.
Mm.
He was a phenomenal guitarist. He was a great guy. He really was really nice. It's a shame he's gone. We got Richard Donner. See if you know who that is. Without looking it up.
Richard Donner, he's a filmmaker.
Yes. You already looked it up, didn't you?
No.
Name one of the three biggest movies he directed.
Uh, Goonies.
All right, you got that one. And
Lethal
Superman.
Weapon.
And Superman, yes. You have it looked up already, didn't you? Don't lie. Yeah, okay. You have no brain.
All up here.
Definitely a great director. He's done amazing movies. I mean, Superman, Goonies, Lethal Weapon. He started the whole thing, in my opinion. Made us go in that direction. If it wasn't for him, Spielberg and Lucas, we wouldn't have the directors we have today.
Yeah, definitely an inspiration for a lot of those guys. And
Yeah.
I mean, had so many blockbusters that he
Yes.
was
Yeah,
a
he was,
part of, and
from what I heard, he was a great guy. I mean, I don't know personally or anything like that,
sure,
but the stuff I was reading about him, he just seemed like he cared about humanity, and there's nothing wrong with that. He
he was,
definitely a good guy.
he was a part of Scrooged,
Yes, but he wasn't the director for it.
right?
But he was
Um,
a part of it, yes.
so just a couple more X-Men. He was a part of Superman. We talked about Free Willy, believe it or
Free
not.
Willy. Yeah.
Um,
Actually, Free Willy was a decent movie.
well,
It had a nice story to it. It's just
well,
outdated and it's done and over with and fuck off.
anyways,
Oh, well, you know what? I was when the end of the Free Willy, he's jumping over the guy. I was just hoping he would drop on the kid.
of course you would. How is that gonna make it for a nice movie?
That's a movie. I want to see the whale smash a kid. Wouldn't you?
This isn't like, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, like some sort of like, you know,
Yeah.
bloodied up action like, thing.
Uh,
You went from heartwarming to, no heart
disgusting. Yeah,
very
no heart
fast.
whatsoever. It's my motto, man.
I guess.
Yes, definitely is going to be missed. DMX, the rapper, actor. Uh, I'm not the biggest rap fan in the world. I liked his music. I liked his rapping. He was actually really good.
Yeah.
Um,
X gonna give it
that
to you. Party
X
up.
going to give it to you. Yes, exactly. Definitely a good actor as well.
Again.
Did a lot of the movies with Jet Li.
Again, dying too early, 41.
Yes, way too early. And just getting out of he just got out of prison not long ago, didn't he? For like taxes or something like that. Kind of like Wesley Snipes.
I don't know.
I can't remember if that's right or not. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I could have sworn he just got out of prison for tax evasion or something like that.
Didn't follow him that closely to know.
Mm. Oh, he was a good rapper, and he was good. I liked his acting. I liked his movies. Cradle to the Grave, and the hell was the other one? The one with Steven Seagal.
Uh Pass.
I forget. Huh?
I don't know.
Anyway, Jessica Walter
Yep.
from Archer and Arrested Development,
Yep.
and Archer. This new season just came out on Hulu, and I think they did a great tribute to her for the end of the series.
I like it when
Or,
shows do that because not
yeah,
some shows don't.
no, they
Um,
don't.
but Family Guy does a nice job with that too.
Yes, they
Um,
do. Yes, they do. And
and it's
Archer
nice
did
when
a
they,
phenomenal job with it.
yeah, it's nice when they're able to do that. So, but
We got this weirdest person of all time, Dustin Diamond. For those who do not know, he is from Saved by the Bell. He was Screech. Um, Now, Saved by the Bell, the reunion thing, well, whatever it is, that's going to new series or whatever. I actually kind of paid tribute to him without paying tribute to him, which was kind of weird, but was nice at the same time. We have Hal Holbrook. I forget what the hell he was in. I had it written down, but not. The cat kind of ate it.
um, he was in Into the Wild.
That's it.
He was in a lot of stuff. He was in West Wing. He played Mark Twain in something as well.
Oh, that's right. He was also in Bones. He was
Lincoln,
in Sons of Anarchy.
All the
He was
President's Men,
All the President's Men, which is a phenomenal movie. He passed away.
Dirty
Uh,
Harry,
yeah, he was
the
World War
original
II
Wall
veteran.
Street.
World War II veteran as well. So mad props to him for that.
Yeah, you said Sons of Anarchy. He was in that.
So, yes. And Bones. He was in Bones for at least one episode. I actually was just watching it.
Yeah, but phenomenal actor.
Yeah, he was. He
He
was.
died. He was born in 1925, so had a good long life though. But
Yeah. Yes, he did have a nice long life, and still sharp as a tack all the way to the end. You got to give him that. That's not easy to do.
that's the I
Uh,
don't that's one thing that I want to have intact by the end is still having that is the
And
mind.
we got Larry King.
Mm-hmm.
Larry King passed away. Um,
January.
there in January. Yeah, that I was trying to figure out what they were. There was a lot of controversy about how he, whether it was COVID or just septa or a stroke or so many different stories about how he passed away.
But news reporter for a long time on
Yes,
CNN, but
iconic news reporter.
iconic. He one of those guys that you hear his story of how he became
Yeah,
on CNN and like where he started from like a small little like radio studio and working his way all the way up
yeah. To two
to the Big Ten.
Peabodys, an Emmy, 10 Cable Ace Awards over his career.
Mm-hmm.
He hosted over 50,000. interviews in
Yeah.
his career. It's just, phenomenal, what do you call him? Interviewer.
Yeah.
And of
Reporter.
course, reporter, interviewer. Well, he was a reporter at first, but then he was just basically an interviewer. He would just, on Larry King Live, he would just sit there and just talk to people.
Right.
Wasn't really a reporter anymore, in my opinion.
Sure. No, I agree.
But still phenomenal at what he did. And the last one we have was, we already mentioned this one. It actually happened in the month, was Dean Stockwell. Very sad passing of one of the greatest actors, in my opinion.
Yep.
Quantum Leap, just such a great show. He was awesome in it. And so many movies, I'm not even going to try to list them.
There's quite a lot.
There's quite a lot. He's
Battlestar Galactica, Air Force One. He was in
If
Beverly
it was
Hills
military,
Cop.
his ass was in it. He played a great military, and I think he was in the military as well.
Um, I don't see it, but I'll take your word for it.
I said I think. I wasn't 100% sure.
But in a lot of stuff, and yes, we did talk about him. I think in our second podcast.
Yeah, we had a seance. We talked to him.
Yeah. Original Dune as well.
Yes, the original Dune. He was great in that.
So, but
still never watched the new one yet.
Neither have I. But the a lot of good actors and actresses in it, from what I heard. So,
yeah.
But yeah. So of course, anyone we've missed as well, rest in peace to them as well.
Yes.
With 2021, another semi shit year, but we got through it for everybody. We certainly are appreciative of those supporting the podcast and our streams.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
We wish you all a happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Be safe out there, and we're all staying positive for a great 2022. We have some good stuff planned for the podcasts for next year. We're gonna have some more guests on, more semi-regularly, I think.
Yes. I think we're gonna do one more without one, and then after that, we're gonna start doing it more. I know January's podcast. I know there's so many movies coming out that I figured we could talk about what's coming out for that year.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll grab people in here and start getting them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be taking that on, and of course, hopefully, moving forward with everything that's been going on of COVID related too. And yeah, I can't wait for it. But again, thank you to all the supporters out there. If you're not,
please leave comments.
Leave comments below on some other movie, TV show, video game stuff that you'd want us to discuss.
Anything about entertainment
as topics, whether that's worst, best, narrowing down things for us to review and talk about. We'd love to do it.
Yes,
but
definitely.
As always, we'd like to talk that please subscribe to the YouTube channel here
and hit that bell so you get that notification.
Yes, please follow us on Spotify as well. Like this on YouTube. We both stream weekly on Twitch, so please go over and see the link below in the description for all of our socials as well as Twitch to follow us on there. Once again, WingKingTzar and SandmanSlim. We'll be back in January in 2022, for God's sake.
Yes, finally.
And we finally made it through 2021, everybody. All right.
Peace, love, game, everyone.
Have a good day, everyone.